In the small village of Abban, cradled amidst rolling hills and vibrant greenery, lived a young girl named Osa. From the moment she was born, her appearance set her apart in ways that made her life difficult. Her features were often described as unconventional, and because of this, she became the target of mockery and disdain from her peers. Even her own parents, instead of showing her love and care, were ashamed to call her their daughter. Despite having a kind heart, a respectful demeanor, and a gentle spirit, Usa was often left alone, the subject of cruel jokes and harsh whispers. At school, her classmates refused to sit near her, and she was always left out of their games and conversations. Children would gather under the big tree at the center of the village to share stories and dreams, but Usa would stand at the edges, watching them from afar. Some days, she stayed home, crying in silence, the laughter of her peers echoing outside her window. "Why do they laugh at me, Mama?" Usa would ask, her voice filled with hurt, but her mother would just sigh and say, "It's better if you stay away from them, Usa. We are different, and people don't like what's different." Her father, too, would shake his head and mutter, "Maybe if you looked like the other girls, things would be easier for you." The tree, a symbol of joy and community, became a reminder of all the happiness she was missing. Yet, there was one person who saw Usa for who she truly was. Nana, a brilliant boy who excelled in his studies and was beloved by the villagers for his kindness and helpful nature. Nana would often come to Usa's rescue, defending her and the others taunted her. One afternoon, after the children had called Usa a ghost for the 100th time, Nana walked over and stood in front of her. "Stop it," he said, firmly glaring at the children. "She's just like us. We all have something special about us. And Usa's kindness is what makes her special." "Why do you defend me, Nana?" Usa asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "They make fun of me. No one likes me." Nana smiled gently. "Everyone is special in their own way, Usa. You are kind, and that's all that matters to me." They would sit together under the tree when no one else was around, dreaming of a world where they could be accepted. Usa's heart felt lighter whenever Nana was near, and the two of them would share stories of the future, imagining a time when things would be different. As time passed, exciting news came to the village. The chief's son from the city wanted to sponsor one child from Abban to continue their education beyond secondary school. The villagers gathered to select a candidate. Usa, feeling that she didn't belong, stayed quietly at home while everyone else debated who should be chosen. She knew the villagers would pick Nana. Everyone knew he was the smartest and most capable of the young people in Abban. After much deliberation, the villagers did indeed choose Nana. Usa's heart sank as she realized that her only friend would leave the village. She watched from her window as the villagers celebrated Nana's departure with gifts and blessings. The women gave him foodstuffs for his journey, while the men in the village gave him money. On the night of Nana's departure, Usa found herself sitting in front of the hut, her eyes red from crying. She sat quietly with her palm covering her face, feeling more alone than ever. Then, out of nowhere, an elderly woman appeared before her, stumbling and looking exhausted. Usa quickly rushed to help her, guiding the woman to her home. "Are you alright, Grandma?" Usa asked, her voice full of concern. The old woman smiled faintly. I'm just tired, my dear. But you have a kind soul. Usa offered her food and water, and after a while, the old woman regained some strength. Intrigued by Usa's kindness, the woman asked, Child, what is it you truly want? Usa hesitated for a moment, wiping her tears. I want to be free from the pain of being mocked. I just want to be loved, even though I don't look like the others. The old woman's eyes twinkled with a mysterious light. I can grant you that, she said, her voice low. But there is a condition. You must marry your true love. With a wave of her hand, the woman disappeared into the night, leaving Usa bewildered and a little frightened. She shook her head, thinking it was just a dream, and went back to her quiet life. Years passed, and Nana, now a respected doctor, returned to Abban. The villagers gathered to celebrate him, and Osa felt a mix of joy and longing as she heard the news. Unable to resist, she rushed to meet him beneath the big tree. As Osa hurried to the big tree, her heart pounded with anticipation and uncertainty. The evening sun cast a golden glow over the village, and there, standing beneath the tree they had shared so many dreams beneath, was Nana. He looked at her, his face filled with warmth and wonder, as if he could scarcely believe she was there. Osa, he said softly, taking a step closer. I have missed you every day I was away. Osa could hardly breathe. She had imagined this moment countless times, but standing here now, words seemed to fail her. Nana took her hands, his touch gentle and reassuring. You have always been a part of me, Osa. You are woven into every memory I cherish, into every hope I have ever had. When life was challenging, I thought of you. Your kindness, your strength is what kept me going. Osa's eyes brimmed with tears as she listened, her heart both full and aching. She had waited so long to be seen, to be loved, and to be defended. And here was the boy who had always loved and defended her, who had always seen beyond what others chose to see. Usa, Nana continued, his voice steady yet tender. All those years, you were there for me, even when I didn't deserve it, even when the world didn't deserve you. And now, I want to be the one who stands beside you for every sunrise and every sunset, for all the days to come. He dropped to one knee, his eyes never leaving hers. Usa, will you marry me? Will you let me spend the rest of my life honoring the beauty, the kindness, and the love that you have always carried within you? The villagers gasped, watching in stunned silence. Usa's own heart felt as if it might burst. She gazed into his eyes, seeing the sincerity, the love, and the unwavering acceptance she had dreamed of for so long. The weight of her loneliness and all the pain she had endured seemed to dissolve in that single, beautiful moment. Yes, Nana, she whispered, her voice full of emotion. Yes, 1,000 times yes. As they embraced, the villagers looked on in awe, realizing that they had witnessed not only a proposal, but the union of two hearts that had always belonged together. And beneath the old tree, the symbol of her past sorrow became at last a place of joy and promise. The crowd gasped. Usa's parents, who had once been ashamed of her, stared in disbelief. Usa could hardly believe it herself. But there, under the same tree, where they had once dreamed of a different future, Nane's proposal changed everything. The wedding was soon planned, though it was more about Nane's success than Usa's transformation. Yet, for Usa, it was a moment of hope. A hope that maybe, just maybe, her life could be different. On their wedding night, something extraordinary happened. As they celebrated their love, Usa felt a strange warmth and energy surging through her. Slowly, she began to transform. Her features, once considered unusual, became stunningly beautiful. Her hair shone, her skin glowed, and her eyes sparkled with a new light. She had become the most beautiful woman in the village. Nana was in total shock upon seeing her transformation, resisting to believe his eyes. Usa, looking at her reflection in the mirror, couldn't stop the joy within, but laughed and shouted. The entire village soon gathered, marveling at the change that had come over Usa. They could hardly recognize the girl they had once scorned. Usa, radiant and joyful, stepped outside to greet them. "I have a story to share," she said, her voice full of strength and grace. "This change didn't come just because of my marriage. It came because of the love and kindness that I carry inside. True beauty comes from the heart, and it is love and forgiveness that have transformed me." The villagers who had once mocked her now stood humbled. "Usa, we are sorry," they said one by one. "We were wrong to treat you the way we did. Please forgive us." Without hesitation, Usa smiled and forgave them all. "I forgive you," she said gently, "because kindness is what matters most." As Usa and Nana built their life together, they welcomed many beautiful children, a testament to love that transcended appearances. Usa became a beloved figure in Abban, not just for her beauty, but for the kindness and compassion that had always defined her. In the end, Usa's journey proved that true beauty lies not in outward appearances, but in the strength of one's heart and the capacity to love and forgive. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.